Okay, now.
I'm the top dog in the league, homie.
Yeah.
Let's speak on it, the stretch for anybody to reach on me.
Don't reach.
Just breathe on it, don't tell them. They gotta know it's me
They
on
know
it.
it.
Won't kick it on me and go for three on
know
you.
it.
You couldn't guard me with the cleanest armor.
know.
I got it covered,
Yeah.
these corners.
Yeah.
I'm the top dog in the league, homie.
That me.
Let's speak on it, the stretch for anybody to reach on me.
Don't reach.
Just breathe on it, don't tell them. They gotta know it's me on
now.
it. We don't kick it on me and go for three on you.
now.
You couldn't guard me with the cleanest armor.
Yeah.
I got it covered,
Yeah.
these corners.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of D's Corner. I am your host, D. We are finishing up. This is the final video of my NFL draft grades. We are doing the AFC West today. Guys, please do me a favor, like, share, and subscribe. Do me that solid. I really, really appreciate it. With that being said, let's jump right into the video. First up, we got the Denver Broncos. They didn't have a terrible draft, in my opinion. I'm just not a Bo Nix fan, so Denver got a D from me. Pause. No Diddy, but I just wasn't a big fan of Bo Nix in general. I do like the pickup of Jonah Ellis. He should be able to give them some physicality on that defense and give them some pass rush. Now, I do understand the pickup of Troy Franklin. If you are going to have a quarterback, it's easier, and we've seen when you bring in someone who he has played with already, who he has some chemistry with. So I really understand that pickup. The estimate pick, I think he'll be able to be a physical back. I'm not sure if Sean Payton has given up on Javonte Williams. I know there was an undrafted guy last year who took a lot of carries. Chris Abrams-Drain is a really good corner. He's extremely thin. I don't know how much. I don't know how his body will hold up. So with those three picks are somewhat confusing. Franklin is also a smaller guy. He's a speed guy. But what Sean Payton said that he sees Patrick Mahomes in Bo Nix, I just don't understand the thinking of it, or he likes him as much this year as he did with Patrick Mahomes then. I just don't see how. I don't understand how. I'm just not a fan of this draft at all. This is a D for me. The Las Vegas Raiders, I gave them a C, not because I didn't like the players that they picked. I didn't understand certain picks. Love the pickup of Brock Bowers, but I don't understand the pick. If it was best available, okay, cool, but why not just trade down then if you didn't feel like you could get the quarterback that you wanted? You could have went the first defensive player, corner, edge, whatever it was. You literally, this is not a team that could have taken, in my opinion, best player available, especially with that best player being a tight end when you just drafted a tight end last year, Michael Mayer. Now, I love the pickup of Jackson Powers-Johnson as well as DJ Glaze. These are players who should be able to come in and immediately help transform this offensive line. They do want to get physical. They do want to run the ball, and I think both of these players are capable of doing it. I do like the pickup of Tommy Eichenberg, who is a tackling machine. DeCamerion Richardson should be a player that's able to get some playing time as a nice versatile piece in the secondary. Like I said, overall, I just was not a fan of this draft. I felt like this was an opportunity for Antonio Pierce to put his stamp on this team, and I just don't believe that this is the draft that actually have done it. When you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert now locked in with Harbaugh as well as Sean Payton. We know what these coaches have been, but you don't have a quarterback. And if you don't have a quarterback, you're not going to be able to have those shootouts with these type of teams and these prolific style quarterbacks. Next up, we get those Los Angeles Chargers. I love their draft. It screams direction to me from Harbaugh. This is what Harbaugh likes. This is what Harbaugh wants to do. They bring in Joe Alt, obviously the best offensive lineman in the draft, could play left or right. He's going to come in and play right, and he's going to team with Rashawn Slater, give you two young bookends, two young edge protectors for your young quarterback. Ladd McConkey was a player that many thought could go in the first round, and he went 2 picks outside of the first round, so there was definitely some possibilities there. He should be able to separate, be able to get the ball quick in his hands. He's going to help. He's going to block. He's going to make those tough catches, and that's a player that Herbert needs. You lose all of your weapons You've lost Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, also Gerald Everett. You need to replenish your weaponry for your quarterback. I do like the pickup of Junior Colson, who I think will probably wear the green dot and make the defensive calls. This was his defensive coordinator from college, so that kind of makes sense here. I honestly thought Harbaugh would take more Michigan players. Love the pickup of Cam Hart. He is an extremely big corner, 6'3", should be able to come in, and this is a player who you should be able to play matchups with, along with a player of Derwin James caliber in the secondary, Asante Samuel Jr. So you do have some pieces here on this defense to continue to build and work with. I really like the Cam Hart pickup, as well as the Tariq Steele is another player in the secondary that you get. But they did take the legacy player in Brendan Rice, who is Jerry Rice's son. So we'll see how that shakes out. And I think Cornelius Johnson is another player. This is one of Harbaugh's guys from Michigan. He wasn't the best. He wasn't this. He wasn't that. But he will make the tough catch. He will compete. And I think that's what Harbaugh really wants. Plus, he's a blocker. And finally, the Kansas City Chiefs. I give Kansas City a B. I know a lot of people want to give them an A. I honestly probably should have given them an A the more that I sit and look at this draft. Trading up with the Buffalo Bills to only take a player who's probably going to burn them at one time or another. Xavier Worthy, a 4.21 guy. I had my questions about him because he's extremely thin, extremely small. However, he played at Texas. He played big-time football, and he's always had numbers. He's a guy that he's not just a deep threat. You can get him the ball quick. He can make moves. He can make you miss, and he can outrun anybody, and we've seen that. Kingsley Suamataia is also a player. If I'm not mistaken, I think he gave up 1 sack last year. That's something that you're definitely going to need. He should probably be the left tackle from day one. Jared Wiley is a former quarterback turned tight end, similar to Travis Kelce, so he does get an understudy. This was something that I talked about on all of my pre-draft videos. Even into free agency, that I felt with Travis Kelce's age and his brother retiring, that you want to get someone in there who can be an understudy to him. Why not someone who can also why not get someone who also is similar to him, has similar traits as him, so that you can almost have a seamless transition? And this is someone that Andy Reid, we know the genius he is, can call up plays for him. Jaden Hicks is a player that I thought would get drafted higher than he did. Should definitely be able to come in and compete, as well as Kamal Hayden. So overall, I give the Chiefs a B. This was a really, really, really good draft for them. This was a team who had the worst wide receiver drops in the league and still won the Super Bowl. They had a top defense. Yes, you did lose L'Jarius Sneed, but you had enough draft picks and enough bodies there from last year. Plus, you beefed up your defensive front, being able to bring back Chris Jones. So overall, I think this was an extremely good draft for the AFC West division winners, reigning back-to-back Super Bowl champions. And with how weak their division is, I don't see the Chargers being able to compete this year with them. The Raiders don't have a quarterback. They're not going to be able to, and the Broncos have too many holes to fill throughout their team. And they're going to have some cap issues with the Russ situation. So overall, man, I don't see how this Kansas City Chiefs is not a playoff team, 1 or 2 seed, being able to host the AFC Championship game again for probably a 7th time or something crazy like that. But that's all I got today, guys. Please do me a favor again, like, share, and subscribe. Be on the lookout for my off-season grades. I'm going to go division by division. We're going to talk free agency pickups and the draft. We're going to make sure that we hit every nook and cranny, guys. Again, I appreciate all the support. Like, share, and subscribe. And do me that favor. Y'all have a good one.
Spazzing on the beat, they think I'm crazy. Got it under control, babe. You don't want smoke, all you see is the same.
LB tapping, keys in making waves. Ayy.
Step back, keep your distance. Ain't no telling what I just may do. I've been vibing, minding my business. Throw one up if you can relate to. Said if I ain't got it, I make do. Can't be stuck waiting on a breakthrough. And I don't need everybody praying for me. Ain't no telling.